Welcome to the Professional Scrum Master PSM I Question Bank series. In this video, I've got 15 exam-style practice questions lined up for you, covering the kind of Scrum theory, values, empiricism, team accountabilities, Scrum events, artifacts, and commitment scenarios you'll see on the real PSM I assessment. Each question comes with the correct answer and a full explanation, including why the wrong options are wrong. Here's how to get the most out of this. When a question appears, pause the video, pick your answer, then hit play to check yourself. Ready? Let's dive in. Question 1. Scrum theory, values, and empiricism. What are the 3 pillars of empiricism as defined in the Scrum Guide? Option A. Commitment, focus, and respect. Option B. Planning, execution, and review. Option C. Visibility, verification, and validation. Option D. Transparency, inspection, and adaptation. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is D. Transparency, inspection, and adaptation. Here's why. Correct. The Scrum Guide states that Scrum events implement the empirical Scrum pillars of transparency, inspection, and adaptation. Now, why the others are wrong? A. These are 3 of the 5 Scrum values, not the pillars of empiricism. B. These are generic project phase terms, not the Scrum Guide's empirical pillars. C. These terms are not used in the Scrum Guide to describe empiricism's pillars. Question 2. Scrum theory, values, and empiricism. According to the Scrum Guide, empiricism asserts that knowledge comes from what? Option A. Strict adherence to a predefined process. Option B. Expert opinion and industry best practices. Option C. Detailed upfront planning and documentation. Option D. Experience and making decisions based on what is observed. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is D. Experience and making decisions based on what is observed. Here's why. Correct. The Scrum Guide states, empiricism asserts that knowledge comes from experience and making decisions based on what is observed. Now, why the others are wrong. A. Rigid adherence to a fixed process contradicts the adaptive nature of empiricism. B. Expert opinion is not the basis of empiricism as defined in the Scrum Guide. It is based on direct observation and experience. C. Upfront, detailed planning reflects a predictive approach, which the Scrum Guide's empirical foundation does not rely on. Question 3. Scrum theory, values, and empiricism. Scrum theory states that Scrum is founded on which 2 concepts? Option A. Kanban and Six Sigma principles. Option B. Iterative design and continuous delivery. Option C. Empiricism and lean thinking. Option D. Agile and waterfall methodologies. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is C. Empiricism and lean thinking. Here's why. Correct. The Scrum Guide states, Scrum is founded on empiricism and lean thinking. Now, why the others are wrong? A. Kanban and Six Sigma are separate frameworks/methodologies, not cited as Scrum's foundation in the guide. B. While Scrum is iterative and incremental, the guide specifically names empiricism and lean thinking as its foundation, not this phrase. D. Waterfall is a predictive approach and is not referenced as a foundation of Scrum in the guide. Question 4. Scrum theory, values, and empiricism. What are the 5 Scrum values listed in the Scrum Guide? Option A. Honesty, discipline, simplicity, feedback, courage. Option B. Commitment, collaboration, openness, respect, communication. Option C. Trust, transparency, teamwork, timeliness, talent. Option D. Commitment, focus, openness, respect, and courage. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is D. Commitment, focus, openness, respect, and courage. Here's why. Correct. The Scrum Guide lists exactly these 5 values: commitment, focus, openness, respect, and courage. Now, why the others are wrong? A. Simplicity is a value from XP, extreme programming, not one of Scrum's 5 values. B. Collaboration and communication are not among the 5 values. The correct terms are focus and courage. C. None of these terms are part of the Scrum Guide's defined list of 5 values. Question 5. Scrum theory, values, and empiricism. At Lumen Analytics, a developer notices a serious architectural flaw 2 days before sprint review, but hesitates to speak up for fear of upsetting the product owner. Which Scrum value is most clearly lacking? Option A, focus. Option B, commitment. Option C, respect. Option D, courage. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is D, courage. Here's why. Correct. The Scrum Guide states Scrum team members have the courage to do the right thing, to work on tough problems. Raising an uncomfortable but important issue requires courage. Now, why the others are wrong. A. Focus refers to primary attention on the work of the sprint. The issue here is fear of speaking up, not distraction from sprint work. B. Commitment refers to dedication to achieving goals and supporting each other. While related, withholding hard truths out of fear maps most directly to a lack of courage. C. Respect concerns treating colleagues as capable, independent people. The scenario describes fear of conflict, not disrespect. Question 6. Scrum theory, values, and empiricism. Per the 2020 Scrum Guide, what does it mean for a Scrum team to be self-managing? Option A. The team internally decides who does what, when, and how. Option B. Team members submit weekly self-assessments to management. Option C. The product owner determines how developers organize their work. Option D. The Scrum Master assigns all daily work to developers. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is A. The team internally decides who does what, when, and how. Here's why. Correct. The Scrum Guide states Scrum teams are also self-managing, meaning they internally decide who does what, when, and how. Now, why the others are wrong. B. Self-assessment reporting to management is not part of the Scrum Guide's definition of self-management. C. The product owner does not dictate how developers organize their work. How the work gets done is at the developer's sole discretion. D. The Scrum Master does not assign work. This contradicts self-management and describes a command and control anti-pattern. Question 7. Scrum theory, values, and empiricism. What role does lean thinking play in Scrum according to the Scrum Guide? Option A. It reduces waste and focuses on the essentials. Option B. It mandates the use of particular software tools. Option C. It defines the specific accountabilities of each Scrum team member. Option D. It replaces the need for empirical process control. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is A. It reduces waste and focuses on the essentials. Here's why. Correct. The Scrum Guide states, lean thinking reduces waste and focuses on the essentials. Now, why the others are wrong? B. The Scrum Guide is tool agnostic and does not mandate specific tools. C. Lean thinking is not about defining roles. The three accountabilities are described separately in the Scrum Teams section. D. Lean thinking works alongside empiricism as a joint foundation of Scrum. It does not replace it. Question 8. Scrum theory, values, and empiricism. According to the Scrum Guide, when does adaptation become more difficult for a Scrum team? Option A, when the definition of done is too strict. Option B, when the people involved are not empowered or self-managing. Option C, when the sprint length exceeds 2 weeks. Option D, when the product backlog contains too many items. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is B, when the people involved are not empowered or self-managing. Here's why. Correct. The Scrum Guide states adaptation becomes more difficult when the people involved are not empowered or self-managing. Now, why the others are wrong. A strict definition of done is not identified as an obstacle to adaptation in the Scrum Guide. C. The Scrum Guide allows sprints up to 1 month. Sprint length alone is not cited as a cause of difficult adaptation. D. Backlog size is not cited as a factor affecting adaptation in the Scrum Guide. Question 9. Scrum Team Accountabilities. How many accountabilities does the Scrum Guide define within the Scrum team? Option A, 3. Developers, Product Owner, and Scrum Master. Option B, 2. Product Owner and Scrum Master. Option C, 4. Developers, Product Owner, Scrum Master, and Team Lead. Option D, 5. Including a Project Manager and a Business Analyst. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is A, 3. Developers, Product Owner, and Scrum Master. Here's why. Correct. Scrum defines 3 specific accountabilities within the Scrum team: the developers, the Product Owner, and the Scrum Master. Now, why the others are wrong? B. This omits developers, who are one of the 3 defined accountabilities. C. Team Lead is not a Scrum Guide accountability. Adding it introduces a role outside the framework. D. Project Manager and Business Analyst are not Scrum Guide accountabilities. Question 10. Scrum Team Accountabilities. Which statement correctly describes the composition of a Scrum team per the 2020 Scrum Guide? Option A, 1 product owner overseeing multiple Scrum Masters. Option B, a Scrum Master, a product owner, a QA lead, and developers. Option C, 1 Scrum Master, 1 product owner, and a separate development team led by a team lead. Option D, 1 Scrum Master, 1 product owner, and developers with no subteams or hierarchies. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is D, 1 Scrum Master, 1 product owner, and developers with no subteams or hierarchies. Here's why. Correct. The Scrum team consists of 1 Scrum Master, 1 product owner, and developers. Within a Scrum team, there are no subteams or hierarchies. Now, why the others are wrong. A. The guide describes 1 Scrum Master and 1 product owner per Scrum team, not multiple Scrum Masters under 1 product owner. B. A separate QA lead role is not defined in the Scrum Guide. Quality is a shared developer accountability. C. The term development team with a team lead is outdated. The 2020 guide uses developers with no internal lead role. Question 11. Scrum Team Accountabilities. What team size does the Scrum Guide suggest as a general guideline for a Scrum team? Option A. Typically 10 or fewer people. Option B. Exactly 7 people following the 2 pizza rule. Option C, no limit as long as the sprint backlog is small. Option D, 15 or fewer people. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is A, typically 10 or fewer people. Here's why. Correct. The guide states the Scrum team is typically 10 or fewer people. Now, why the others are wrong. B, the 2 pizza rule and the number 7 are not phrases used in the Scrum guide. C, the guide does give explicit size guidance. It is not left unlimited. D, 15 exceeds the guide's suggested upper range. Question 12. Scrum Team Accountabilities. What does the Scrum Guide recommend if a Scrum team becomes too large? Option A, reorganize into multiple cohesive Scrum teams, each focused on the same product, sharing the same product goal, product backlog, and product owner. Option B, reduce the sprint length to compensate. Option C, split the developers into sub-teams within the same Scrum team. Option D, appoint a second Scrum Master to help manage the larger team. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is A, reorganize into multiple cohesive Scrum teams, each focused on the same product, sharing the same product goal, product backlog, and product owner. Here's why. Correct. If Scrum teams become too large, they should consider reorganizing into multiple cohesive Scrum teams, each focused on the same product. They should share the same product goal, product backlog, and product owner. Now, why the others are wrong. B, shortening the sprint is unrelated to team size guidance in the guide. C, sub-teams within one Scrum team contradict the rule that there are no sub-teams or hierarchies. D, a single Scrum team has only one Scrum Master. Adding a second does not solve the sizing issue as prescribed by the guide. Question 13. Scrum Team Accountabilities. According to the Scrum Guide, developers are always accountable for which of the following? Option A, facilitating the sprint retrospective on behalf of the team. Option B, ordering the product backlog and setting the release date. Option C, creating the sprint backlog, instilling quality via the definition of done, adapting their plan daily toward the sprint goal, and holding each other accountable. Option D, approving the definition of done set by the Scrum Master. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is C, creating the sprint backlog, instilling quality via the definition of done, adapting their plan daily toward the sprint goal, and holding each other accountable. Here's why. Correct. The guide lists these 4 developer accountabilities exactly. Now, why the others are wrong. A, the Scrum Guide does not assign facilitation of the retrospective specifically to developers. It is a whole team event with no prescribed sole facilitator. B, ordering the product backlog is a product owner accountability, not a developer one. D, the definition of done is not set by the Scrum Master. It's created and adhered to by the Scrum team, sometimes per organizational standards. Question 14. Scrum Team Accountabilities. The product owner is primarily accountable for what, according to the Scrum Guide? Option A, ensuring the daily Scrum stays within its time box. Option B, writing all the code for each increment. Option C, maximizing the value of the product resulting from the work of the Scrum team. Option D, assigning daily tasks to developers. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is C, maximizing the value of the product resulting from the work of the Scrum team. Here's why. Correct. The product owner is accountable for maximizing the value of the product resulting from the work of the Scrum team. Now, why the others are wrong. A, Ensuring events stay within their time box is a Scrum Master accountability. B. Writing code is a developer activity, not a product owner one. D. Assigning daily tasks contradicts developer self-management. The product owner does not assign work. Question 15. Scrum Team Accountabilities. Which of the following is explicitly listed among the product owner's product backlog management accountabilities? Option A. Approving the developer's technical implementation. Option B. Setting the daily Scrum agenda. Option C. Determining the definition of done unilaterally. Option D. Developing and explicitly communicating the product goal. Take a moment and make your choice. The correct answer is D. Developing and explicitly communicating the product goal. Here's why. Correct. Product backlog management includes developing and explicitly communicating the product goal. Now, why the others are wrong? A. Technical implementation decisions belong to the developers. How this is done is at their sole discretion. B. The daily Scrum has no fixed agenda set by the product owner. Developers choose their own structure. C. The definition of done is a Scrum team creation or organizational standard, not something the product owner sets alone. And that's a wrap on this video. Nice work getting through those 15 questions. If this helped, you're going to want the complete set. All 480 exam-style questions, with full explanations across every core Scrum knowledge area, are available in my Udemy course, Professional Scrum Master, PSM I, Complete Exam Preparation and Practice Question Bank. The link is in the description below. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next video, where I'll walk you through 15 more questions. See you in the next video.